Well, I can't. Someplace you got to be 60. I'll wait for 4 more years for that one. You can grow old, or you can grow old. Amen. The old is a matter of a kind of a state of mind. He's like, oh, I'm old. I'm not old. I'm older. Sometimes I feel old. Sometimes I get up in the morning and my bones begin to tell me you're old. You know, you can also grow old or grow up. There's not a requirement to do this. In some ways. It's a good thing to do as far as gaining some degree of maturity. You don't do the dumb stuff you used to do because you've learned. See, when you're a teenager or even younger, you do dumb stuff out of ignorance. You don't know any better. If you choose to cling to ignorance, it's no longer ignorance, it is now stupidity. If you do something because you don't know any better, that's ignorance. If you continue to do it, that's stupidity. In fact, I heard or read a description recently. Ignorance is sticking a wire coat hanger into an electrical socket. Stupidity is doing the things that really hurt that man. I think that's a good description. You know, if you do something out of ignorance, because you don't know any better, you hopefully will learn. That's part of growing up. But if growing up is a matter of getting the stuffy adult attitude, forget it. I refuse to grow up that way. You have a... Eric has a sex. You guys thought that was a sex.
Being old is when your grandson makes you feel older than you actually, your body tells you you are.
Wrigley Spearmint chewing gum. That's not what's in here. Although there are lots of gum in here. Lots and lots and lots. Trident layers with real fruit flavors. Blackjack chewing gum tastes like black licorice. It will turn your tongue and even your teeth slightly black. Ew! But it tastes good if you like licorice. Juicy fruit gum. That is the most popular gum in the world. I read that recently. It's amazing how my mind holds on to all sorts of little trivia, isn't it? And supplement gum. Yeah. I can remember when they used to have 2 blondes.
Oh, yes. Doublemint twins.
And the spearmint gum, which only has 1 mint. All sorts of different gum.
No tea berry?
He doesn't have any tea berry in here.
I ran out of tea berry.
He chewed all the tea berry.
I smoked the tea berry?
All the tea berry off it all. He would have had that otherwise at 18 sticks. No, it was more than that. Eric, when we were in Minot, North Dakota, got an opportunity to go to some sort of it was sponsored by his school, but it was held at Minot State University, which in North Dakota is a big thing. I think it's a Division 14 school. In fact, there are, Carlinville High School might be as large as Minot State University. Close. But they did, and I don't know what he went there for. He may not even remember that. What they did was have a contest to see who could chew the most gum. How many sticks of gum you could put in your mouth at one time? Do you remember what your number was, Eric?
Oh, it was in the 20s.
20-some sticks of gum. I mean, that would be at least
here.
4 packs. And he wasn't that old then. I mean, he probably put that in his mouth now. His mouth's bigger. He's larger. I mean, it's not really big. You take that any way you want it.
Hey, if I can get my foot in there, I can get anything in there.
All sorts of different types of chewing gum. But they all serve the same purpose and almost no purpose at all. Give you something to do with your mouth, so hopefully you don't stick your foot in. That's generally the last time gum, it's one of those things. Give you something to chew on while your mind is chewing on something, so you don't just suddenly blurt out something you don't necessarily want.
Amen.
To say. There's all the different varieties. There's lots of different varieties of us.
Yes, there is.
John's different than I am. Mike's different than I am. Bill's different than I am. My mom's different than I am. I have half of her DNA. But we're still different. But we all should be serving the same purpose.
Amen.
Our purpose in life should be to glorify God. It should be to make others think better about God when they see our life. Think about that. If your neighbor, your coworker, your friend, your sister, brother, whomever, if all they knew of God was your life, if how they thought about God was based upon what they thought of you, how you lived, what would their opinion of God be? And the fact is, there are people in the world for whom you are their only image of God. Therefore, it behooves us to live a godly life. It says here, Wrigley Spearmint Gum, the flavor lasts. The Spirit lasts. But as I said earlier, we need to be filled because we leak. But our job is to be filled with the Spirit so that we can show forth Jesus Christ to the world round about us. Think about it when you're chewing gum next time. When you're trying to choose what kind of gum to chew, just think about how do I live to glorify God? What choices do I make?